Nithyananda, everybody. Welcome back. And we saw a very powerful initiation into the Sahaja Samadhi, one of the 108 initiations that Swamiji is giving, showering on every one of us. Once again, today, we are all blessed to be having the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be having the darshan starting very shortly. We request all the participants and viewers who are sitting with us all around the world to go over, and you can call your friends, family, your neighbors, and everyone who be part of this initiation. And once again, we'd like to share with every one of you about the wonderful opportunity for each and every one of you to attend the upcoming Paramashivoham Level 3, which is the most awaited program, the most exciting program, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself will be conducting the entire Paramashivoham Level 3, giving us initiations. Already we've been having so many various different types of webinars where Swamiji is sharing deeper and deeper truths on the time, space, and the parallel universes. The Paramashivoham Level 3 is going to be one of a kind. So I request every one of you once again, head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program.
Yes. So the Paramashivoham Level 3 program is just starting in less than a month on the 1st of March 2022, where directly the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be taking the sessions and the initiations during the Paramashivoham program. And also, as most of us know, the direct programs with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have not actually been that frequent. And after 3 whole years, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, out of his grace and compassion, hearing the many requests from all the devotees around the globe, has graced us with the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And during the program, we'll be having the various initiations, especially the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism introduced the concept of the vertical dimensions. Many of us would have heard the concepts either in sci-fi movies or in books, where other people have just imagined about what a parallel universe might be. But here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is teaching us directly how we can explore those parallel universes and our own selves in the parallel universes in the vertical time zones, and even how we can have or get the items from those parallel universe physically, and much more, many more experiences. Most of you would have seen the webinars from the recent weeks where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded, or I should say, introduced the parallel dimensions to all of us and literally told it is not as difficult as we think. It is as easy as, let's say, flying from a continent to another continent, a country to another country. And it is this beautiful, powerful cognition that we receive. Many of you might be thinking, how is this going to solve my day-to-day problems? How is this going to help me with my job, help me with my family? All of us should know that when we say, I am Paramashiva, which is the name of the program, Paramashivoham, it is not just, let's say, a mantra, or it is not just a concept. It is directly the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism putting that seed into all of us and actually be manifesting Paramashiva in all of us, be becoming Paramashiva. As many of you know, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has introduced not just this topic, but many more, the concept of the 25 states of consciousness, where we can explore our own possibilities. All of us might know the 5 states of consciousness, the basic 5 states, which is Jagrat, the wakeful state, Swapna, the dream state, Shushupti, the deep sleep state, Turiya, the awakened state, and Turyatita, the state of Paramashiva himself. And all these 5 states, the crisscrossing or the permutation combination of these 5 states are the 25 states of consciousness. And in this Paramashivam program, we are going to know not just what are the 25 states, but how we can explore those 25 states in all of us, how we know consciously to move from one state to another. And of course, the aspect of the power manifestation in the Vedas and Agamas, Bhagavan Paramashiva has introduced more than 463 powers which the human being can express as from the initiation from the Guru. And all of us have even seen, if you are an old devotee, you would have even experienced or expressed some of those powers. If you're a new person just coming live today, many of you would have seen in the earlier session, we manifested the power of body scanning. And similar to that, we have Paramashiva has given, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has gifted more than 463 powers, which we can manifest in our day-to-day life, where in our day-to-day life, we can apply those powers and not just think it as a siddhi, but it is a shakti where right from the space of enlightenment is where those shaktis come from. So let's all get ready to experience these powers and the various aspects of the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And we will now be entering. We wanted to give everyone a glimpse of the satsang, the webinar that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had introduced in the past weeks. So let us jump into it after a short break.
Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at some of the excerpts from the previous webinar, the time-space manifestation. And before we enter into this, I'd like to share with every one of you, tomorrow we are going to be having a very special webinar on facing yourself in the parallel universes, where Swamiji is going to be expounding and initiating us into experiencing ourselves in the various other dimensions, experiencing the higher possibilities of ourselves, higher powers of ourselves in the various other vertical time zone dimensions. So now let us take a few moments to look at the excerpts from this time-space manifestation webinar that had been conducted a couple of weeks ago by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Swamiji shared The higher dimensions, when they enter consciously into the lower dimensions, they manifest as powers, unexpected positive turn of events, and the reality you experience. You can name it as miracle, power, God's grace, anything you want. But the greater cosmic science is the higher dimension entering into the lower dimension. If the space dimension enters into time, time literally manifests everything that the space wants. If the time dimension enters into depth, depth manifests everything that time wants. Length, breadth, depth, time, space. All these dimensions are independently intelligent, alive, able to make their own conclusions and respond within their frame and working zone. The length dimension is responsible for your logic, which is your rationality. The breadth dimension is responsible for your ability to feel the emotions and feeling connections. The depth dimension is responsible for you making cognitions, powerful cognitions about you, about life, about your logic and emotions. Time is as alive as your skin, and if you believe, cognize your skin is alive. If somebody massages your skin, you feel good. If somebody cuts it, you feel pain. How much your skin is alive? Much, much more than that, time is alive as the skin of the cosmos. Where your skin ends, the skin of the cosmos, which is called time, starts. Actually, your skin and the skin of the cosmos both always touch each other. You can't be away from the cosmos. How you have a nervous system which passes the thought currents. Same way, the cosmos has a nervous system which passes its decisions and thought currents. That is the space dimension. Your skin is alive, your nervous system keeps you living. The equivalent for your skin for the cosmos is time. Equivalent for your nervous system for the cosmos is space. Listen to this secret. I know the consciousness goes on rejuvenating the skin of the cosmos called time. That rejuvenated skin, time, is entering into my skin and constantly rejuvenating me. Here, we're looking at some of the very powerful cognitions that Swamiji has shared and revealed with every one of us. Swamiji revealed that each and every one of these dimensions, now generally for all those specifically who are viewing us for the very first time, we know about the three dimensions in which we live, length, breadth, and depth. But Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has given deeper insights on the time-space dimension and how we can experience these time and space dimensions. As Swamiji revealed, each and every one of these dimensions are independently intelligent, powerful, and alive. They have the power to make their own decisions, conclusions. The length dimension itself is responsible for our logic, the breadth dimension for our emotions, the depth for our cognitions. As Swamiji shared, when we are able to experience and master one particular dimension, we master that particular ability. For example, when we master the length dimension, we get the powers of the length dimension, which is the logic, where we are able to understand, grasp, manipulate anything that has a logical sense and a logical way of functioning. Similarly, with breadth, when we are able to be powerful over the breadth dimension, when we are able to manifest the powers of the breadth dimension, we are able to manifest the various powers related to emotions and feeling connection. The entire 5 dimensions that Swamiji has spoken about can be directly, practically used in our day-to-day lives. Whenever we have a practical problem, Swamiji always shares that even, for example, you're going on a road and then there's a red light which is stopping you and you really want to go and finish some other work that you have. Just using the power manifestation at that given point in time is also possible by experiencing these higher level truths and dimensions. So for using as small as the example that I've given or as big and powerful as enlightenment itself, just the understanding about these various dimensions helps, because ultimately once you take it into your understanding, Swamiji initiates us and manifest those understandings as reality in every one of us. So once again, we'd like to share with every one of you head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the Paramashivoham Level 3 program so you can get initiated in all these higher dimensions, experiencing yourself in these higher dimensions and have power over these dimensions, living as Paramashiva himself. So now we have come to the time where we need to prepare ourselves, where we get ready to prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. I request all the participants, viewers from around the world, and all those who are having the Nayana Diksha today, please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Remember Swamiji in your third eye. Let us now chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, entering into the meditation to receive the grace and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.